What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome to Turn Order, the Seventh Eon, episode number 8. Hello. It's been a while. How's everybody doing? Hi. Hello.
Hi.
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 I do good. How you do?
Me do, I'm okay.
Dude.
I'm trying to figure out how to pop out chat, so...
How do you pop out chat? You gotta pop.
Yeah.
You gotta pop the gear. You gotta pop the gear, then hit the
I
pop out
popped
button.
the gear and it...
I'm sorry, this conversation is way too urban for me. I'm out of my depth.
You can also just go to twitch.tv/Wacksteven/chat as well.
Okay.
Look at them life hacks. Those are
Oh,
life
yeah,
hacks
that's
right there.
everything.
I know...
I
hack
saw
Didn't
this
work, I think.
great life hack, and it was beautiful.
Oh, it did work. What the fuck?
Okay, so I'm gonna share you guys a great life hack. So you know
Okay.
when you want to make like pasta or something, you have to boil the water, right?
I don't
Yeah,
need
What
and
if
pasta.
you put it
feel-
in the freezer. And then-
Yes.
Now
I
that's...
love that one. It's so great.
Yeah, me too. It's really...
You freeze the water?
Okay,
Yeah.
so the joke is you put bottles
Oh,
of water
free
with
bottle.
boiled water and you store them in the freezer so they stay good longer. And it's like
kettle on for like 30 seconds. It's done.
I know, but that's a joke, okay? Just don't ruin it. It's beautiful. Let it just exist.
I got a life hack for you. Don't attempt to achieve anything in your life because life is ultimately pointless and we're all going to die.
Well, that's for you, but speak for
I
yourself.
love that when people say that. It's like, well, you just made an effort to make people believe that. So you're trying to achieve something, so...
Well, I mean...
Paradox!
If we're talking
Oh
about...
my god, the timelines!
the reason of life, it's nothing. It's just there's nothing. There's nothing.
The only
There's
reason
that.
is that which you make.
Yeah, but it's like
I don't want to die, I just don't want to live anymore.
Oh my god.
Where's the emo music? We need emo music.
I just wanna do coke, bang hookers, and play blackjack.
sounds like a good life.
Sounds like a pretty good life. It sounds like a pretty good life.
It's like a good movie.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing? How's your day? How's your weekend going?
Day's been good. Weekend's been good. Relaxing. Lots of games.
I've
Relax.
been playing
That is
Dragon
hard.
Quest 9 more.
Hey Mac,
Man.
we should gloat about TwitchCon because we're going.
Yeah, we're going to TwitchCon. I'm gonna sleep in the same house as Wack. Are you guys jealous? I was
Of
probably
my-
gonna roll some D20s. Hey, I don't know. That was. Okay.
I'm gonna need some conclusion on that joke, Matt. Go.
No.
I'm just gonna let it hang in the wind.
Get some
Yeah.
inspiration.
Wack will get really drunk one night and he'll be like, yo, when I hit it, I crit it, baby. And it'll just ruin like your relationship dynamic because
That'd be a good t-shirt.
I mean you can't argue with that. You know what I mean? I would drop my pants for that one.
I'm very.
I can't
excited.
orgasm unless I roll a dice.
It's gonna be nice and warm, and it's gonna
It
be
dictates the
fun.
intensity of it. That's why your sex life is so unsatisfying to you, because you roll poorly all the time. Just like, "Ah!"
I'm sorry, I don't roll that way. You get it?
Hey.
Ayo.
Hey.
That almost sounds like a D&D initiative to combat drug use in youth.
Ah.
Tell them you don't roll that way. D&D against drugs.
On a VHS tape.
Joe.
It's a VHS tape that's used. Not even. It's probably like fucking beta.
They roll in the big CRT TV on the stand with a video player.
The exact same stand that every teacher has, that black one.
Everyone.
In the
Yeah,
same
they had them here
fucking...
too.
Everybody's... It's just like, that's the way they come. The TV is attached to the stand when it rolls off the press. It's just fucking... That just shoots out like that. Yeah. So I'm excited. We haven't played for a while, guys. I'm so hyped. I'm ready. I'm ready to do some Seventh Eon.
Completely forgotten how 5e works.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of Star Trek there, Peachy. How's it been going there, bud?
Intense. It's nice to be a player on a show so I can.
Peachy, I
have
thought
a
you hated
rest.
the outdoors.
What?
Intense.
Hey.
I mean, if I was in a tent, I'd still be indoors.
I was gonna make the joke of
Wait, whoa,
There's no
whoa.
doors.
PG.
There's flaps
Tents
on a
don't
tent.
have fucking doors. Yeah, you're
Those
in flaps.
flaps are doors.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Yep.
No.
That's
they're
an
not.
entrance way. Let me see the dictionary definition of a door, and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Maybe in fucking Harry Potter, but not not IRL. Not IRL. Yeah, so the community Seventh Eon stuff has been going well too. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up on that, but if chat is curious about that, and you guys are interested in playing in the same world, the setting that we're playing in, we're currently doing some like play testing and some community games for D&D. So if you guys want to try 5e, if you haven't really had an opportunity to do any role playing before, you should hop onto the Discord and go into the Looking for Group channel and see if you can get in on some games, because the DMs just did a practice game this morning, like right before we started the show, and things were going well. So they're getting themselves ready. They're getting hyped. I think the tentative start date is next weekend. So if you want to get in on that shit, hop in on it. Do it. And I think there's going to be kind of like open signups as we continue on. So even if you can't make like this weekend, I think you'll be able to continue on with it. But yeah, you should totally check that out. A lot of wonderfully cool people on the Discord and in the community. Great people to role play with. So go hang out. It's pretty sweet. But today we're doing some Seventh Eon here on turn order. So let's go ahead and let's do some intros. Mac, you want to start us off?
Hi, I'm Mac. Nice to meet you. I'm a streamer, and I'm also gonna stay in the same house as Wack. It's gonna be hype.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Bow chicka wow wow. And yeah, that's about it. I have nothing to say really. Like, my life is eventful but so uneventful. I'm gonna see Blade Runner tomorrow. I guess that's maybe fun.
Ooh,
I watched it. It was really fun. It wasn't scary. It was just fun.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. It was.
I literally thought it's literally Stranger Things, because the kid of Stranger Things is in there, and it's like the kind of same humor. So it's
Stranger Things is more scary though. That's the thing.
I'd agree.
I think. I mean,
creepier.
they're both really scary.
If you want a really fucking scary show, watch Penny Dreadful. That shit is fucking crazy. Holy shit.
Well, I remember watching the first It, but I was like 6 years old, so I thought that was kind of scary back then. But yeah, I was.
This is battery acid.
I was young. But yeah, I have nothing more to say today. I don't know. I'm just excited to play.
Good. Speaking of young, Peachy.
A door is a moving mechanism used to block off and allow access to an entrance or to within an enclosed space, such as a building, room, or vehicle.
Not a tent, though.
Yes, a tent flap would also classify as a door.
I
Follow me
wouldn't
on
say
Twitch.tv for more door-related facts every single day of the week, 5 till 11, I think, GMT. I also will show you my nips if you subscribe at tier 3.
Be
So
honest,
open your
you don't
door.
even really have to go to tier 3 for that.
Just show me any attention at all.
It'll happen
I'm playing
like
Drabdab.
really
by the way.
fast.
I'm playing Ignia.
We haven't done this in a while. I feel it.
I'm playing Drabdab, who is a bard, an ex-cop, old guard. Lots of You'll probably get a lot of that. So if that's your
Good.
fetish, you're in the right place.
He's literally the goat.
Also, that mic drop I did was actually a lollipop, and I don't want it to stick to my carpet.
It's wrapped, isn't it?
No, I just
Wrap
been
your
clicking
willy.
on it, and now I've got to open another one. Look, I suffer for my art. I have plenty.
We do. We do.
I don't even want to know what's on your floor, so I feel so bad for that lollipop. I feel really upset about it.
I've replaced the lollipop. No longer feel upset.
He's just cast aside.
Well, you've got your knees on it every Sunday.
Allegedly.
Charlie, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Charlie, also known as Tilla. I go to game graphics school, so I'm gonna learn how to make games for all these streamers. I play Ori Mahilda, also known as just Ori, a tiny little deep gnome, and she's hella cute. That's me.
Speaking of hella cute, Zygoticus.
Hey everybody, I'm Scoticus. I'm on Team Flap.
We're all on team.
Who doesn't love a good flap?
I play Kelvin Ironbrew, who is a dwarf alchemist. Yeah, he's out to make a name for himself, in a sense, but then he also doesn't really want to make his name that known, so he's in a little bit of a strange position. Speaking of strange positions.
Hey everybody, I'm Wacksteven, and I like strange positions. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's Stram. We're going to have some fun today, and, well, mainly it's going to be my fun, and everybody else has to suffer through it, which is the best. Hooray. If you guys like what I do here, then you can follow me here on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Wacksteven, and on Twitter, @Wacksteven there. But I'm going to keep things brief, and I think it's time for us to hop into things, because we haven't played for a while, so I want to make sure we have plenty of
Remember
time.
what the hell we were doing?
And we need to talk a little bit about what's been going on, and yeah, let's kind of hop right into things. If you guys don't remember the last session that we did, the characters had some serious problems. Mainly Ori and Ignia had the problems. Ori met up with someone sort of from her past, not directly from her past, but sort of past adjacent. And this person known as the Hunter to the people that were underground with Ori in the mines harvesting up. What did we call them? They were something rubies.
Oh, let me see. I think they were called cheese
Cheese rubies?
blood ruby. No,
No.
that was red mask.
They were the egg things, right?
It was basically a cavern of gems. Let's see where.
Yeah, but weren't the gems
Oh yeah, they were
like
creature eggs.
eggs?
Correct. Shade rubies.
Oh yeah, there was something.
Shade rubies. But yeah, actually creature eggs. And the hunter was known as the person that worked for the master that retrieved lost souls and brought them back to work or did other things to them. Feared amongst the people and only heard about really in rumor. It was always a situation where I know somebody who knew somebody that encountered the hunter. It was never direct. So you'd always heard of him. He was always the whisper on the wind, always there. Yeah, always like the boogeyman. And you encountered him personally last time. The hunter had with him several creatures known as Shusuvas. White, wolf-like creatures with long, barbed, poisonous tails, glowing red eyes, and sort of like bioluminescent chest cavities and mouths. An eerie kind of light coming from them. And he told you that the Master wanted you back. And the Master wanted a mask. The mask of the Blood Raven, which before you hadn't heard about. The only mask that you heard about was the Jade Monkey mask. And he told you that your friends would pay the price if you were not able to find this for them. And you needed to keep things quiet.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, your friends, specifically Ignia, pried the information out of you, and you told her. And Ignia was marked. The back of her neck marked with a strange symbol that you could see, but seemingly nobody else could. The sign of an eye with snakes coiled around it, matching the hunter's ring. After you had told Ignia and you went to sleep for the night, Ignia was taken by the hunter, put inside of a 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot cage. Ignia was trapped, her belongings taken away, and the hunter had apparently placed some kind of tattoo on your arm with the same symbol. And he asked if you knew anything about the mask, and he told you that he was going to send you to the Master in the morning. When we ended the session last time, he had walked off. 3 Shusuva that you knew about that were also in the room, in this dark and dank stone room, were sort of padding around, much like dogs do. And he had sort of left you saying that he was going to find a ship in the morning. The Shusuva kind of pad around and whatnot. And we're going to start there with you, Ignia. You're inside this cage. For all intents and purposes, alone.
So I've had the discussion with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, said if I was worth it or not to keep around, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, he was deciding if you were worth it.
But did we conclude that I was worth it or no? Because I can't remember.
He left it pretty ambiguous.
Yeah. So.
It seems kind of his personality, I think.
Yeah, it's not the best person to hang around with. Well then, Bets. I guess we'll be stuck here for a while. So where are exactly dogs? I'm sure you're not going to tell me, but enlighten me. At least I'm in this cage. I guess this is for the best. Do I see? Oh.
So there, you can't really see very much in the room. Even with dark vision, it's very dark. So you can only see like basic outlines and things. Because you have dark vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can only see like the equivalent of dim light, and you can see the outline of 2 of the Shusuva are still there. The other one sort of padded off. They seem to like look at you kind of quizzically. Occasional spatters of drool just kind of like falling onto the floor.
Mm-hmm. Do I still have that mark thing, like the
On your arm?
No. The thing to prevent you from doing magic.
Oh, the badge.
The badge, yeah, because they said that they took everything, so I'm not sure if I still have that.
So no, you don't have the badge.
Okay, I don't have the badge.
Yeah, they would have taken everything.
Let me think. I mean, I have nothing on me, so I don't have any belongings.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Regular one, no disadvantage or anything.
24.
Okay. So as you're kind of like checking yourself to see if he left anything, just kind of like patting yourself down, you basically just have like, not like underwear, but you probably have just like a
Evening
pullover.
gown.
Yeah, it's probably like a pullover
Yeah.
kind of shirt, like a long shirt or something.
Yeah.
And you're sort of like feeling around, and as you do, you notice something crawling about you. You feel something sort of under your shirt, like crawling around.
Oh, God.
It's small.
Can I grab it?
Yeah, you kind of like pat it, and you hear like a little like.
Okay, that sounds cuter than I was expecting. I was expecting a... So I'm just curious, just real quick. Can I, like... Oh. So I think I know what this is.
Is it my baby?
Because you said baby, and I didn't. I forgot about that. I would just want to look in it, like in my shirt, just not grabbing it, but
Sure,
I just look.
you kind of like try to maneuver the thing over to the edge of the to like your collar, I guess, and just kind of like try and scoop it out. And you recognize this as Ori's little friend Dirk.
Oh no. The thing is, I don't.
He's kind of sniffling around in your hand, moving about.
Oh, Dirk. As much as I would like to send you away to find help, I don't want you to turn into dog food. Did the dogs notice that? Do I see if the dogs notice it?
Give me an insight check. It's hard to tell in the light. You're not sure.
Do I see, and is there any windows or like gaps behind the cage?
No, but you did.
Do I feel air?
So you did feel air, and you heard a door when the hunter left.
Yeah, but I assume that's in front of me, and the dogs are in front of me.
Well, so again, just to give you like a description of the room, it's sort of like cylindrical, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And there are two walls that basically are on your right and your left, okay, that are straight. So you have curved wall in front of you, curved wall behind you, and these walls sort of cut off two different areas. On the right, there's an archway, okay, and that's where the hunter went out.
Okay.
That's also where the Shusuva came from. That seemed to sound like they, you know, it wouldn't take much of a insight check or whatever to figure out that it sounded like they were sleeping past that wall.
Okay. Don't want to kill Dirk. Can I like change one part of my body instead of my entire body?
I don't know. Is that a capability that you have as a morph?
Well, the thing is, I have this thing, for example, the door scratcher. Well, you have claws. Oh, Usher or shapeshifted or using natural. No, okay, then I would probably be an entire beast. Assuming so that I would be an entire beast. I'm I'm just quickly gonna see if I can shapeshift in something. Because I do kind of want Dirk to relay a message, but I feel it's so gonna be so dangerous. Fuck. What would be a beast? Like, what size beast would fit maximum in the cage?
Maximum? I mean, it's a 5 foot by 5 foot cage. So, from what you can tell, you would need like,
Because, for example, a dire wolf would be large.
yeah, dire wolf is too big.
Okay.
I think a regular wolf is just medium.
Medium, yeah. Okay. Dirk, relay this message to Ori. Tell them I'm in some sort of building structure with a hunter. They have 3 dogs. If I shapeshift, you run away through the door, and I'll distract the dogs. Please be safe. And I'm gonna put Dirk down, and I'm gonna shapeshift in a wolf.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh yeah. Okay, no, that's.
Oh my god!
He understands
Oh
me
my god!
completely.
Oh
He's
my
like,
god,
yes,
I love
yeah.
you. Or maybe it's doing it for me. It's doing it for me.
Oh my god! Okay.
Through the love of Ori.
So, so Dirk kind of like looks, like he's looking at you, and sort of like wiggles his whiskers a little bit, and
Seem nod.
no, it does not.
He turns into Stuart Little.
It's a mouse, not a fucking trained monkey or some shit.
Yeah. So,
Haven't you not seen Stuart Little? He's like a. No, I'm joking.
so, you put Dirk down, and you turn into what?
A wolf.
You turn into
Like,
a wolf.
because like the wolf would be the closest that I can resemble as an animal that is what they are.
Okay. Yeah. So you
I just wanted to put them off.
Okay. Yeah, you turn into a wolf. They immediately start, like they turn towards you. And they're
I'm just like,
they're-
"Arr!" and I turn my head like a dog,
yeah, they're actually they're actually more close to a hyena than like a wolf, but sure.
Oh. But can I change it to? Is that a thing that I can change to? I don't know.
Into a hyena?
I don't see it on the list at least, so I'll just.
I would say
stay
that
dog.
I would say that depends.
No, there's a hyena. Yeah,
they're a
sorry.
hyena. Have you been to? I feel like they're in Baruch Thoth. Probably that might be one of the only places. If you think you've been through Baruch Thoth.
Where
I'd
was
say-
it again? I just can't see the map.
So Baruch Thoth was next to Gunnelbar. Hold on, let's bring it up.
Because like I've been to a lot of places while traveling with the peddler, so
Mhm.
if it was, I'm sorry, the map is like slow loading.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah, I see the map. Is it like?
So Baruch Thoth has a sort of portion of it. I'd say about a third of it that's sort of savanna kind of region.
Yeah,
Right?
no, I think that could make sense considering I'm from Pragmanta and I went to the west.
Okay.
I assumed that I would travel south.
Okay.
Past it.
Sure.
Yeah, no, then
Sure.
I probably would.
Okay. That's totally up to you. Okay. So, you decide to turn into a hyena.
Yeah.
And regardless, they do react no matter what. As soon as they see you kind of do something.
Yeah, but that
with-
was like my intention to like distract them.
Okay. Give me, I'd say, a performance check.
Mufasa! I mean, what? I just imagine myself to be one of the Lion King hyenas for a second, okay? Can't do the high pitched performance. Let me see.
Oh God. Okay.
Ouch.
All right. So, I feel like you try to get their attention, and you like misjudge like where the cage is, and just kind of like smack your face into the cage. And so like they actually start doing the hyena chuffing, like the that like hyena laughing.
They're laughing at me.
Yeah.
I'm being embarrassed.
Yeah. And Dirk just kind of takes off.
Please, please. Ah. You think that's funny, huh? It's not hard being one of you guys. I thought I'll change myself to your likings.
So they just kind of like look at you with this sort of dog like turned head kind of thing. And
Are you sure you're not swallowing something? I think you're choking.
And Dirk is
Can we
kinda,
just point out how legit that hyena voice was?
Mine?
If a hyena spoke, that's what it would sound like.
I don't know what they sound. I'm trying.
Are you saying that Max sounds
no.
like a hyena?
Yes.
So, Dirk sort of like runs off to the right, and give me a perception check. Okay, 22.
Needs to make it, or I
Okay.
die.
Or I'll die.
So,
I'll die.
So you look, and you see Dirk start to go through like the archway. The other Shusuva on the other side makes a noise and starts to scrabble on the ground. Dirk immediately starts like fucking running like crazy, like zigzagging, and the Shusuva like gets up, starts to like scrabble on the ground, chasing after Dirk. And let's see here. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Don't let the mouse die!
That's a 5 for Dirk.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, and an 11 for the Shusuva.
Oh no!
The Shusuva scrabbles after Dirk, and you can hear this like stomp kind of sound. And probably like right near the archway, you hear like this sound, like squeaking, and the Shusuva scrabbles some more. And you can see like he's got like the tail in its mouth, and the mouse is just kind of Dirk is just kind of dangling like this, like
But
trying
could
to
it be a
move
rat
around.
that the tail would have fallen? Oh no, it's a salamander. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, so Dirk is just kind of like wriggling around. What do you do?
I just start bonking the cage. Like I'll just push myself against the cage.
Okay, so you smack yourself against the cage. Are you trying to like break out of the cage?
I'm just trying to do a lot to attain attraction.
Okay.
Don't you want to play with me? Why would you play with such a mouse?
Give
And
me
more fun.
give me a performance check.
Okay. Please, please. Oh, God damn it.
Okay. Give me a strength. Give me an athletics check as the hyena. So that's.
Oh yeah, fuck! I should roll this in hyena. Let me see. Athletics is with.
Athletics is
as well.
strength based. Yes.
Oh, so I have 0 strength, so just a d20.
As a hyena, you've got 0 strength. Really?
Yeah, it's strength 0, dex +1, com +1.
That's crazy. Hyenas are
-4
strong as fuck.
intelligence, -3 charisma. Oops.
Wow, Wizards doesn't like hyenas, man. They're fucking strong. I can't believe they gave him a 0.
I think they
Okay.
smell incredibly bad as well.
So I'll just roll with my own athletics because it's 0 too. Fucking hell, hey! God damn it.
Okay. So, you smack into the cage. The cage just kind of like goes, it sort of like tilts itself like a little bit off the ground and like clatters back down. The Shusuva that's grabbing Dirk by the tail sort of like throws him up like at the same time as you're bashing the cage. Opens his mouth, getting ready to chomp on Dirk, and you bash the cage. The Shusuva just kind of like looks towards you. Dirk falls to the ground and scurries away.
It's fine. If I die, did the mouse live? No, I kind of want to live.
So,
Does the mouse live?
I know that you guys are thinking, oh, he was really easy on him. I actually did roll to see how her performance affected, and she beat the Shusuva. You got the other Shusuva's attention, who immediately realizes what it did and tries to scrabble after Dirk. You hear this like slam of it slamming itself into the doorway, and this like frantic like scrabbling like at the wood, and like the.
So there were no, just real quick, there were no windows, right?
That you see? No, there are no windows in
Okay.
your
Fuck.
vision right now.
Otherwise it could have just flown away. Okay.
Dogs, why don't you play with me? What's so fun about a little mouse?
So the two that are still inside kind of like walk over to you. And they let me just check one thing here. Yeah, it's really eerie, like the light that's coming, there's light coming from like inside their mouths. Like the light that's actually emitting from them is really like a low light, so it's giving the room just a little bit of a brightness. So you see like this, as it kind of like gets closer to the cage, you can see sort of like inside like its mouth, and it's fucking eerie. Inside it looks like you can't see past like their tongue. Inside it's just kind of like this yellowish kind of glow, and you smell brimstone.
I smell brimstone.
Yes.
What does that smell like?
Sulfur
okay, yeah.
and brimstone.
Okay.
I think you guys should have actually could use a toothbrush. Obviously, you don't know what it is.
So the stinger on the back of this thing kind of like stands up, and just kind of like curves itself. The two of them kind of surrounding the cage, one in front of the cage, one to the right side of the cage. The cage on the one in front of the stinger on the one in front of you is just kind of like moving like a sort of like a rattlesnake kind of tail, moving around a little bit. It doesn't make that kind of rattling noise, but it's moving around a bit.
Okay, well.
For the first time, this thing actually talks.
Oh.
And it says, You will taste delicious. I can smell you. It will be very good. When the hunter comes back, we will eat you.
How How about you eat one of your others? You guys smell even better. Have you ever tried? I'm sure you're the strongest, I can see.
I don't know if you're trying to use deception or persuasion, but you can roll whichever you think is the most appropriate here.
That's a good one.
I mean, you're not lying.
No, I'm not lying. I mean, I am kind of lying because they do smell like shit, but,
Yeah, but probably not to each other.
I guess I'll go for perception then.
No, not perception. Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. Sorry. Oh my fucking god!
These rolls, though.
No!
They all just kind
Would
of...
have been a 17 if you'd rolled it properly first.
Yeah, so they just kind of chuff at you like... We will have our chance when the hunter returns. You do not need all of your paws.
My paws are very nice. I'd like to keep them.
It is not your choice.
I think I'm getting tired of your creatures. I'll just wait.
I just go back.
But I will say that I don't think the master would appreciate it if you'd eat me. I am worth more than that.
And it just go sit in the middle of the cage and like lay down with like one paw over the other.
Okay. Meanwhile, while this is happening, it's the middle of the night. Ori, you're having horrible nightmares throughout the night. I feel like the scene in the bedroom is kind of you. If when you've had those like really restless sleeps to the point where you're just rolling around horribly and like you've kicked off like all the covers and you're taking up the whole bed and sweating
and we were sleeping in the same bed as well.
yeah. I'd like you to give me a perception check, please, Ori.
17.
Okay. As you're kind of like flailing about, you wake yourself up. And you immediately kind of wake up with a start. I feel like probably huddled like against the wall or something.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a second, but you realize that Ignia's not there.
I'm gonna start to kind of look around the room frantically. And I can't see her, right?
She's not there, no.
Is the door open? Is the window open?
The window is open. The door is closed.
I go to the window. Do I see anything there? Is there any sign of her or anything?
Give me an investigation check.
Bruh. 9.
No, there's no bra.
Bruh.
You don't see any sign of Ignia.
Are her clothes still here? Like her boots, her everything else?
No. There are no clothes. And you saw them, when she went to bed or whatever. You saw them. She probably put them on a chair or something nearby.
I'm gonna bust out the door, and I'm gonna run to Belmorn's door and just bang on it.
Clomp, clomp, clomp. Opens the door. Looks around.
Ignia is gone.
What? Ori?
Ignia is gone.
Are you okay?
Oh, Ignia is gone.
What do you mean?
I don't know where she is. She's just gone.
Oh, okay. Don't.
What if they took her? And then it's
Don't worry.
my
Wait,
fault.
what do you mean? What? Who? What? What do you mean? It's kind of like rubbing the sleep out of his eyes.
I don't know where she is. We have to find her. We'll have to wake the others up.
Did she? Maybe she went to the water closet.
No. I'm gonna run to the other the door where everyone else is, and I'm gonna start knocking on that door as well.
I just imagine again
How loud do
Calvin
you
sleeps.
knock? Just
Like-
because I got a feeling that between Drab and I, the
Amount of
snore
snoring.
level is very high.
Oh, I mean, if you bang on a door, you can make a lot of sound, even a
Both of
small
you can give me perception checks with disadvantage.
Wouldn't it be advantage if she's banging?
You can't see her.
So you
I'm
can't.
behind
I
the
didn't
door.
hear the joke. I just saw the.
Never
finger
mind. Never mind. It was a bad
go.
joke.
Do you want a con or a perception?
A perception.
Okay. Oh, it's done.
Wow.
I need to roll again, apparently. Oh, I
Okay.
hate this. I hate fucking. God damn it.
I got 21.
Oh, it's a toggle. That's weird.
Yeah, it's a toggle.
I'll just roll it again.
Okay. A 14. Okay. So Kelvin, you just kind of totally like wake up like super fast as you hear like a doof doof doof, and then like a
Yeah, I get up and like just throw something on real quick, and I grab a pillow and throw it at Drab and go to the door.
just like slaps you right in the face, Drab. You open up the door, you see Belmorn and Ori.
And I have like there are those when you're just about to start crying, but the tears just haven't fallen out yet, and they're kind of turning red, and it's like the panic.
What's the matter?
Baby is gone.
Ori, can you? What do you mean she's gone?
I don't know where she is.
Did she go to the toilet?
Here,
don't
let me
know.
check. I'll check.
I don't.
Belmorn like totters off.
What the bloody hell's going on?
I didn't hear her leave. And,
Okay, Ori,
and her clothes are still here.
I put my hands on your shoulders. Just close your eyes and take a big deep breath, okay? Calm yourself just a wee bit.
I don't.
Panicking not gonna help, okay? Stay calm, and we'll figure it out.
But what if someone took her?
Well, I've spent some time with Ignia, and they're gonna have their hands full, that's for sure.
Figure out what? What?
Oh, Ignia's missing.
Missing?
I want to
Did-
start feeling like my clothes and see if Dirk is still like in my pocket. Or would I not notice that yet?
I feel like you probably just give me
Okay.
we gotta have like a check for it. I mean, I don't know if that would just occur to you. Give me an int check.
Okay. Oh well, no.
Nope. Doesn't
Nope.
doesn't occur to you.
Did she leave a note or anything?
No, it's just there's no, there's nothing. She's just gone.
Let me come take a look at the room. Come on. Let me just get my stuff on. I'll be a wee second.
Yeah, I've been putting on my stuff when I heard all that stuff missing.
Yeah, I'd back over and pull my leathers on and stuff. Put some
So
pants
Igny's
on.
gone missing. Kelvin, what?
Yeah, I think that's the gist. Let's go take a look at the. Let's go take a look at the room. Maybe she left a note. I know he's missed it, and you know.
Question, DM. When I tried to cast a spell in the city and got the guards around me, did the spell go off?
No.
Right. Okay.
Okay, let's go have a look.
All
Lead
right.
the way. Lead the way, Ori.
Oh, okay. I'll lead them back to our room and I'll like kind of ruffle the blankets just to see if there's anything that I didn't see before or
Yeah.
if she left something.
I'm gonna start taking a look around the room. Did you leave that window open when you went to bed?
I don't think we did, didn't we? No, that was close, right?
So give me a history check.
18.
You did not leave the window open when you went to bed. You remember closing it, like you closed it because you were freaked out.
I closed that window. That window was closed.
Alright, stay back. I pull my dagger out of my belt and walk up to the window and take a peek over the ledge. And see nothing, presumably.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I'll take a peek over and just have a look around the window in general. Oh, investigation. Not disadvantage, normal. Okay.
Normal.
I'm pretty good at this. 25.
So, you sort of put half yourself like through the window, just kind of trying to like look around. Outside the window, it's not like a straight drop. Like there's, I feel like there's probably like a small, is it a gabled roof? The one that just has like a bit of the incline, you know, where it's kind of like each floor has like a small like gable to it, you know. So there's just like a little bit of roof with sort of shingles on it, so it's like right around where the windows and stuff are. There's just like a little bit of a gable, you see that there's a shingle missing. It looks like it's kind of been broken off. The one next to it is kind of, it's still there, but it's like it's out of place. You know what I mean?
See anything, Kevin? Kevin? Kelvin? Who's Kevin?
You're muted.
Someone's were on the roof outside the window. So
Someone.
why would Ignia go out the window instead of out the door?
By now,
I don't
Belmorn
think-
comes back and says, "No one was in there. She's not using the bathroom."
I barely. We think she left maybe via
No,
the window.
I don't think she left.
I'd like to look for signs of a struggle between the room and like, is there like?
Okay.
Did I
desk that
struggle
we
with the
know?
room?
So give me an investigation check, Drab.
27.
Okay. So beyond the bed, which is a mess, like the mattress covers sort of like half pulled off, the pillows are sort of strewn about, the covers are thrown. The room seems still and fine. There doesn't appear to be any struggle.
Oh, it doesn't seem to be any kind of struggle. And no, Ignia, she would have fought back. She can't use any bloody magic.
Ain't she? Did she take her stuff?
Yeah,
What's that bag?
Both of you rolled very well on your investigation, so that's one of the first things that you check. She doesn't have any stuff here. There's no belongings or anything.
And she has like a bag with stuff, right?
Right, that's not here.
Why would she?
I think she's gone on her own free will.
I don't think she did.
Out the window. Why don't you go out the window?
What makes you? Right. Okay. Right. Take a seat. Ori, take a seat.
Is
Right,
it down?
let's think this through.
Wait.
Drab.
Something Ori isn't telling us that is very important.
Did you see anything or act strangely or anything like that, Ori?
Or you seem to be
I want to.
very disturbed earlier. Does this have
Yeah,
anything to do with that?
Come on, Ori, what you know?
I want to
tell
reach
us.
over, and I probably have some sort of like a paper and maybe a pen in my pack, and I would like to draw the mark that I saw in Ignia.
Okay.
I'd like to look at this.
The snake around thing.
Yeah. It's an eye encircled by serpents.
What did you see this, Ori? What is it?
If I tell you, the same thing will happen to you.
What do you mean?
Like bloody magic?
I don't know. I just know if I tell you bad things are gonna happen, more people are going to get hurt.
I would like to look at the symbol,
Okay.
see if I
Yeah.
recognize it, or if I can pull out any common themes with it if I don't recognize it directly.
Sure. Okay. So both of you can roll me
Arcana?
see, it's like I know what it would be in Pathfinder. It would be local it'd be local history, but they don't have that in this. I think it's just going to be history.
Okay, cool. Well, I've got a book of lore from my scholar's pack. I don't think it has actually any
I've got a
mechanical
spell
help.
that would help mechanically, but I can't cast that.
I got a book of lore from my
I'm
scholar's
just gonna roll
pack.
history then.
Ooh, 21, nice on that. I'm gonna roll my history and get better than that. Huh? Yeah, I got close. 19. So yes, I'm taking a flick through my book.
So you definitely do not know what this is exactly. From the symbol, what you can tell, and I think both of you are kind of around the same in terms of what you know. You would know that it's definitely has a sort of theme to it that would denote some kind of organization of sorts. You don't know what, but I mean, Drab, you've sort of worked in like the gang units in your in Aethysir and Llundain, and Kelvin. You know, there's different clans and things inside Lesia, and
It looks like it's someone's coat of arms.
yeah, it's like a
almost.
coat of arms or something like that. certainly.
A logo for a group. kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Drab, are you thinking? Oh, I'm thinking on this.
Some sort of group. Right. Ori,
Yeah. Like
this
a guild or
group that
something.
you can't tell us about, what would happen if you tell us about it?
So Belmorn like kneels down and he puts his like hands on your shoulders. He says,
Ori, we're your friends. We want to help.
Yeah, and how would they even know that you told us?
Because I told Ignia.
How did they know you told Ignia?
I don't know.
Got some sort of spell cast on you?
Oh, they maybe
I think they know what I do.
uh,
When I say all the time.
what?
Come here. I just want to check her out, see if she's got anything weird, like a weird brooch, something that could have something cast on it, so they can tell, like a divination thing.
"Okay." So you can give me another investigation check, I guess.
Like, would I be familiar with scrying and stuff like that? Is that something I'd have knowledge
Are you
of?
proficient in Arcana?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you can give me an Arcana roll.
Okay. 24.
Yeah, so I feel like that just kind of clicks for you. You know, there are scrying spells and things related to scrying, things that are similar. And it kind of sounds like that. Drab,
Do I see anything on her?
she's doesn't really have any sort of distinguishing features or anything like that. You know, I'm gonna say without a crit, you're not gonna notice that some of her hair is missing.
No, I don't.
Because I mean, she kind of keeps her hair relatively unkempt. I feel like Ori probably just grabs a knife or something and just kind of like cuts it when it gets too long.
That's not something you're going to notice for sure.
Could be something like. Yeah, could be magic. I think there's spells where you can see people or listen to them or find where they are and that kind of thing.
Usually you'd have to have something on them or something like that.
Aye, or something that belongs to them or something like that, I think. Did you lose anything, Ori?
I nod.
What did you lose?
I don't know if I can tell you that.
Just say a word. Don't tell us anything about it.
Can you point
I'm
to...
gonna
I'll
run my
open
hand
bag.
through my hair and kind of like pull at the shorter strands. I guess I have to cut my hair soon.
Oh! Alright, that is getting a bit...
Did you actually
unkempt
figure that
there.
out though? Because it was so little.
Well, he ripped the
Well, they
hair
cut-
out of her.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was the one who was like to notice it. Yeah. My bad.
Aye, it's getting a bit unkempt. Maybe go somewhere proper and get it styled, and I give you a wink. I look at...
Are we suggesting they can hear us, or only if Ori tells us about the things she can't tell us about?
No,
Not
they can
sure.
hear us right now.
Right, we're... Okay, I pull the window closed. Ori, just going to go outside the room. We'll leave the door open. Just sit on the bed and take a wee breather. Bailey, Drab, can I speak to you for a bit
Hello?
out in the hall? I think... Alright, I'll do it this way. Bailey, you stay here, Drab. You come out with me. I'll just do them one at a time. And it's a good idea. We shouldn't leave her alone.
Yeah, definitely. Right. What?
So I'm sorry,
what do you
was
think?
Belmorn, did you suggest that he stayed with Ori?
Yeah.
Okay, so inside, Belmorn, just kind of like, he's like kneeling down next to you, Ori, and he's just kind of like got his hands on your shoulders, and he says,
Don't worry, Ori. We'll find Ignia. Everything will be all right.
What are you thinking, Kelvin?
Well, she was giving us that hint that She lost some of her hair.
Yeah, so whoever it was took some hair.
And they
Can they do
use
that?
They can use that to do magics to.
What if we cut off all the rest of her hair?
I know, because it's just because it's a part of her. I think they could have took some blood or some spit or some toenails or anything. Maybe even clothes. I'm not.
That's
something
fucking
that belongs.
disgusting.
It's quite disgusting, but the thing is, I'm not entirely sure how it works. I don't know if they can just hear what she says or just around her, so we need to be careful with what we say around Ori. Don't want to give anything away. They might even be able to see you, which would be really bad. I think it's more likely they'd see. So, we need to be careful. I think. Did we lose Peachy?
Yes.
We lost Peachy. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so
Damn it.
But
so-
anyway, I'd exchange him for Belmorn and tell him the same thing.
Okay, so Belmorn like comes out and then Drab heads in, and I would like you and Belmorn to make perception checks as we've lost Peachy.
Okay. I'm not gonna say it. I'll jinx myself there. I've been really good today.
You already jinxed yourself.
There we go. I know. I jinxed it. As soon as I thought I'd been rolling good, I jinxed it.
Okay, so Belmorn like turns and he says
What's that? On the.
But
he's like
They really need to keep better care of this place.
he
what do
like
you mean?
he says he sort of like shoos something away on the ground.
Alright, well, do you understand we need to be careful?
What's
about-
going on?
And he just kind of like
Shoot! Shoot!
What are you doing?
There's a mouse.
Oh! That's, might be
Get
my
outta here.
friend. My friend, Mouston.
Can I see
Come
you?
here!
you're
Come here.
inside. No, you and
Oh,
Drab.
okay, okay.
Yeah, you and Drab are inside. So yeah,
Come here, I
Kelvin,
put my hands down for it to hop into
give me
my
an animal
hands.
handling check, Kelvin.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Come here, you wee shit! Come here!
You're just like chasing around this mouse, and Belmorn just kind of like leans down and he just puts like one hand down, and the mouse kind of like crawls into it. It's kind of like sniffling around.
What are you doing?
I take a look at its wee face. Do I recognize it as the little one whose life I saved?
Yeah, you can give me a history check with advantage.
I think he forgot because apparently.
15.
That is in fact Dirk, and that's where we're going to take our first break. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay